It's your boy ST Gambian Dream. If you want my song as your official funding, the code is 11655.
Them hot boys and hot girls say Utu 50
It's your boy Tam 50 Utu Suku. If you want my song as your funding on your official line, the code is 12187.
The whole game last up.
Welcome back. The president of Benin's Football Federation has been sent to jail for embezzling 450,000 euros provided to the country's FA by a mobile phone company. And authorities in Senegal have released the rapper Omar Touré alias Chat, who is a vocal critic of President Abdoulaye Wade's third-term bid. We have details of these and other stories in this roundup of news.
The news is making the headlines. On Monday, the president of Benin's National Football Federation, Angeran Moucharaf, was jailed in Cotonou for embezzlement. The scandal erupted 6 months ago. The case concerns over 450,000 euros that was granted to the federation by a mobile telephone company between 2008 and 2010. Moucharaf's arrest comes at a time when the country's football is facing a serious crisis within its management. Senegalese rapper Omar Touré was released from custody on Tuesday. Touré, known as Tia, was held by police for over 24 hours after he criticized President Abdoulaye Wade's plans to run for re-election. Touré was questioned over remarks he made to opposition supporters on Saturday concerning President Wade's age. In January, Touré helped start the Enough is Enough movement, encouraging young people to vote. The movement's support is growing and looks likely to have a serious influence in the 2012 presidential election. Heavy snowfall has left large parts of eastern South Africa covered in snow, causing havoc for motorists. Authorities closed sections of highways, including the road between Johannesburg and the coastal city of Durban.
This is a huge inconvenience because we don't know what's going on here. We haven't received any updates as to how much longer we will be stuck here. What makes it worse is that we have no food. We just have to sit it out.
The authorities are having a difficult time opening up roads. South Africa usually receives light snow once or twice a year, but since Monday, up to 60 centimeters of snow has fallen in the east of the country. More snow is expected on Wednesday as South Africa faces record low temperatures.
Delegates from across West Africa are meeting in the Senegalese capital Dakar to devise solutions to the unsustainable rate at which sharks are being caught. The meeting evaluated a United Nations plan seeking to protect the endangered marine species, whose numbers are decreasing at an alarming rate because of overfishing. Let's look at this report for more on that.
West Africa has a large population of sharks. Around 100 different species have been identified in the region. However, due to overfishing, sharks are becoming increasingly scarce. In 2002, an estimated 25,000 tons of shark were caught, compared to 12,000 tons today. The sharks are sought after for their fins, which sell for over 90 euros a kilogram.
Most of the species are threatened. Some local fish are now extinct. We did a survey in local waters and we were unable to find any of a certain species that used to be abundant in the region.
In order to monitor shark fishing, the FAO, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, adopted a regional plan in 2004. It is designed to promote the conservation of sharks in West Africa. A conference recently opened in Dakar to evaluate the United Nations plan.
It's been over 10 years that FIBA has been carefully monitoring the number of sharks. They are an important marine resource in the protected region. They are an important resource for the local population. In terms of biodiversity, it's an impressive species. This conference is to evaluate the project 8 years after it began and to draw attention to it. We want to inform people of the fragility of the population and the measures that have been put in place to protect the resource.
Et les mesures de gestion qu'il faudrait mettre en place pour protéger la ressource.
This is the first conference of its kind in West Africa. It has brought together around 70 specialists and conservationists.
A Moroccan military plane has crashed in bad weather, killing about 80 people. And in Tunisia, the former head of security in the Ben Ali administration and 23 other people accused of trying to flee the country and possessing money obtained illegally have appeared before a court. We have more on these and other stories in this roundup of news.
80 people were killed when a military plane in Morocco crashed into a mountain in the south of the country. The military said that 60 soldiers, 12 civilians, and 9 crew members were on board. The 3 survivors and 42 bodies recovered so far have been taken to a nearby military hospital. The plane was to land at the military airport at Guelmim. Authorities blame the accident on bad weather. The crash is Morocco's worst-known air disaster since 1973, when 105 people died in a crash near the capital, Rabat. Ali Saritai, the former head of security under Tunisia's ousted president Ben Ali, was summoned to appear in court along with 23 other members of Ben Ali's family. They are charged with attempting to flee the country and with the illegal possession of currency. All the members of the Ali Trabelsi families were ordered to appear, 14 men and 9 women, including 2 sisters of Leila Trabelsi, as well as her nephew Ahmed, who was sentenced in June to 4 years in prison. In New York, Christine Lagarde, the director of the International Monetary Fund, urged the United States to find a solution for raising its debt ceiling by the August 2nd deadline. Although Ms. Lagarde declined to comment on different proposals offered by the Republicans and Democrats, she warned that a default by the U.S. would have grave consequences for the world economy.
Just a reminder that you can also follow that story and other GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. We'll now take a second break. We'll be back with more stories after that.
Diamond Properties. ñoo indi xéewal yot nañ la bayil bu ma la waxe nga may tudde nit ay nit dina la ray de bi dina la ray xaral ma wax la wa baax gis nga ñi ma la tuddal ni fañ génné raful pour joxe ketab lëmm ket go xamne dafa am 3 master bedroom amat kër ga fan la nek mu nga Diamond Estate nek all yundum dedet kay ñaareeli pire bi xam nga lan la dedet auto bu ñoo wax série Jeep 4x4 bu bees tak yaa koy daaji ci mbuus ñetteeli price gi waaw gaay teg nañ juróomi ticket af Angleterre yoo xam ne boo amul visa wala bëgguloo dem Angleterre ñu yot la xaalis ñeneen teeli price ñaari junne juróomi téeméer af Angale ci ñaari téeméeri nit ñu gagné juróomeeli price gi junneb saakob maale ñu jox ko junneb nit ku ne benn saakob maalo génneel téeméer af Angale rek jënd ticket gi te xam nga lu ci gën a neexam boo jëndee ticket gi waaw ba pare waaw fañam time yoo xam ne fa ñoo nekk si télé gi di def panel discussion nit ñi di woote gi nga boo wootee bañ la na allo waaw gañal neel allo rek salaaw ama Diamond Properties mooy bolom doole xamul ndànk.
Time now for a look at the news on the weather in this piece by the Central Forecast Office.
Oh yes, you can drive your way there. With the Elton to Mecca Japale Kafo promo, the Hajj is possible. Stay loyal or become a member of the Elton Japale Kafo today and enjoy the double take. Because every time you fill your tank at any of our Elton stations, you get a chance to be in our monthly raffle draw. To take home lots of goodies like gallons of oil, bags of rice, bags of sugar, vehicle accessories, and much more. Plus, a chance to become the lucky winner of the Elton to Mecca Japale Kafo fully paid Hajj expenses. Remember, it's a double take. Your single loyalty for the monthly draw and the Elton to Mecca Japale Kafo final draw to be held just before the Hajj. For more information, drop by any of our Elton stations. Elton, a new vision of service.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the weather forecast. We begin with the day summary followed by the forecast. The day today was variably cloudy, warm and humid. Let's now take a look at the image captured at 16:30 hours to know what prevailed over the rest of the continent. It shows spots of convective clouds over Gulf of Guinea State, dense over the central and the eastern part of the continent, and there is also a dense cell over the Senegambia region, which will persist in the next 24 hours. North and south remain dry and stable. Hence, for the forecast tonight, we'll be expecting thunderstorm and rain accompanied with strong winds onwards morning. tomorrow we'll be expecting variably cloudy conditions with 45%